Today is September the 7th. Why did Jesus ride a donkey into Jerusalem? Well, let's read that story. We're going to jump over to the book of John and read from John 12, 14 to 19. Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it, as it's written, "Don't be afraid, daughter of Zion. Look, your king is coming, sitting on a donkey's colt." His disciples didn't understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, then they remembered that these things had been written of him and had been done to him. So the crowd that had been with him when he called Lazarus out of the tomb and raised him from the dead continued to testify. It was also because they heard that he had performed this sign that the crowd went to meet him. The Pharisees then said to one another, "You see, you can do nothing. Look, the world has gone after him." The point of the passage is that Jesus rides the donkey specifically to fulfill a messianic prophecy from Zechariah chapter 9. Let's read Zechariah 9.
Zechariah 9, New Revised Standard Edition. An oracle. The word of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach, and will rest upon Damascus. For to the Lord belongs the capital of Aram, as do all the tribes of Israel. Hamath also, which borders on it, Tyre and Sidon, though they are very wise. Tyre has built itself a rampart, and heaped up silver like dust, and gold like the dirt of the streets. But now the Lord will strip it of its possessions, and hurl its wealth into the sea, and it shall be devoured by fire. Ashkelon shall see it and be afraid, Gaza too, and shall writhe in anguish. Ekron also, because its hopes are withered. The king shall perish from Gaza, Ashkelon shall be uninhabited. A mongrel people shall settle in Ashdod, and I will make an end of the pride of Philistia. I will take away its blood from its mouth, and its abominations from between its teeth. It too shall be a remnant for our God. It shall be like a clan in Judah, and Ekron shall be like the Jebusites. Then I will encamp at my house as a guard, so that no one shall march to and fro, no oppressor shall again overrun them, for now I have seen it with my own eyes. Rejoice greatly, O daughter Zion, shout aloud, O daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, triumphant and victorious is he, humble and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. He will cut off the chariot of Ephraim, and the war horses of Jerusalem. And the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall command peace to the nations. His dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for you also, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will set your prisoners free from the waterless pit. Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double, for I have bent Judah as my bow, I have made Ephraim its arrow. I will arouse your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and wield you like the warrior sword. Then the Lord will appear over them, and his arrow go forth like lightning. The Lord will sound the trumpet, and march forth in the whirlwinds of the south. The Lord of hosts will protect them, and they shall consume and conquer the slingers. They shall drink their blood like wine, and be full like a bowl, drenched like the corners of the altar. On that day the Lord their God will save them, for they are the flock of his people. For like the jewels of a crown they shall shine on his land. For what goodness and beauty are his! Grain shall make the young men flourish, and new wine the young women.
So in the first 8 verses of Zechariah 9, the enemies surround Israel. All of the nations that actually are immediately adjacent to Israel are mentioned in those 8 verses. In verse 9, the king comes, and he comes riding on a donkey. From verses 10 to 17, the king then liberates Israel, and he protects them from their enemies. The interesting thing about this chapter is it's not a violent chapter. The king does not lead a war against these other nations. In fact, the donkey is a sign of peace. If the king had wanted to go to war, he would have ridden a horse, but he rode a donkey. he brought peace to Israel. Now, going back to the book of John, verses 17 and 18, we see that the crowd gathers to welcome Jesus because of what they had heard about Lazarus. Then the Pharisees say, see, the world has gone after him. They kind of figure, okay, this is all over now. So what do we do about this today? You know, it's a good day to look back at the Old Testament and to thank the Lord for the prophecies about Jesus that we find in the Old Testament. Many of those just confirm what we know about Jesus. He is the Messiah. He is the Son of God. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you have a question, drop it in the comments section below.